This is so weird. Hold on, everybody. I'm trying to get this set up. Ouch. Okay, I have a order that I'm kind of excited for, that I've actually got an order to make. That I'm kind of excited for, that how to do this. I don't know. This is all new to me, so bear with me. I am making a K-pop. It's Stray Kids. If you're uh know anything about K-pop, I think one of the biggest groups out is called BTS, and there's a group out right now called BTS. Most groups have characters that they have, you know, like the group I'm making for right now. This is Wolf-chan. That's the leader of the group. His name, the guy's name is Bang-chan or Bong-chan. This is Leebit. Leebit is a guy named Lino. This Dewaki, I think I'm pronouncing that right. I'm not 100% sure. It's like half rabbit, half pig. This is Squirrel. That's Han. This is Hunjin. It's supposed to be a ferret. Oh, hold on. This is so weird. Hold on. Give me a second. Ay. Okay. Again. How to do this and get it aimed right. Okay, that'll work. Okay, Wolf-chan, Leebit, Dewaki, I can't think of his name. It's a squirrel. That's supposed to be Han. This is supposed to be a ferret named, this is for the guy Hunjin. This is the Felix, the little chick. This is Puppy. That's Sugman. And this is a guy named Ian. It's a little fox. Okay, I got an order for, she just wants an all 8. She wants a group chain like this, but she wants 2 chains. This one right here is one I made for, it's got a bias chain. That's this one with an individual member's name on it. I put their bead on that thing, and then I put the rest of them up here. I added 2 because this is longer. This is a bigger, it's a bigger chain. So I got an order. She wants it gray, black, and red. The red was supposed to be a bias chain, but she's new to the K-pop scene, so she is not getting a bias chain. I'm going to make a couple up and send pictures in the morning, and she's going to choose the one she wants and then purchase it then. Either way it goes, I'm going to, these are all chains that I have made. Here's another. Here's another. You know, it just depends. This one's for the leader. Whoops. Here's another one. Again, this is the bias chain. That's why there's the wolf on this one and all the other members are on that one. It just depends on who their favorite. That's the bias. Whoever their favorite is in the group. People like me, I like the whole group. I'm not going to be one of them old women who are fantasizing about these young guys because they are young enough to be my son. I've watched these guys in this particular group kind of grow up in front of the cameras. They debuted several years ago, and they've grown up in front of the cameras. So I, it's one of them things people say, what would you do if you ever met them? I want to ask questions. I want to take them to a theme park and watch them have fun, that type of thing. But, some people get crazy and whatever. But that's what I'm making. I think I have some pre-measured cables here. That's perfect. And then I have to get it ready for the to actually take the beads. But that's what I'm doing. Uh, it's I didn't get to see Pop today. I'm not supposed to be in here doing this now. When I called the hospital, they told me to stay on my back and my foot up. But I'm excited. This is the first order I got on Facebook Marketplace. I'm gonna start live streaming until I can build up enough people on my channel so I can live stream from my channel instead of Pop's. I asked Pop if this was okay, and he said, yeah, it's a good idea. Some of y'all might actually like watching it. So let's hope. If y'all get tired of seeing it or hearing it, just let me know and I'll stop. But, um, oh, where's my jump rings? Ah, where's my jump rings? Where is my jump rings? Please tell me I got it. There's one. Oh my gosh, I've slowly put together, there's one, together this room, but I've got so much. Oh, there's some jump rings in here. I don't feel like, look, I got a big old box of them. I just don't feel like looking. Is there any jump rings in this? Oh, right here. I'll use this. This has got jump rings in it. But, okay, you take your, I guess I'm going to use gold because I got the majority of it. It's easier to do it this way. I had some really good, I wish I had better tools, but if I could get this taken off, I will eventually get me some better tools. 2 is what I use. I'm trying to watch from my other phone so I can, but my tablet is lagging, so if anybody's commented, it's not popped up on my end yet. I'm going to go to, okay. Okay, and then you take, these are wire protectors. I used to do bare wire. I used to do bare wire, but I found, depending on the wire I used, it ends up breaking a lot. So I've replaced quite a few of these with some, because it was my thing. Of course, it would get expensive. I need more of these. I need more wire protectors. Anyway, let me get better. Okay. But you take your wire protector and you stick it on the end of that wire. Now it needs to be loose enough. This is where I run into the problem with these wire protectors. I'm trying to get aim so y'all can see this. Okay. What I get in problems with these wire protectors is the holes are sometimes so tiny that I literally have to take, see, you have to force this through. That's all right though. When it's on this end, it's easier to do because I'm not trying to secure the beads on it. That's when I'm running into the problems. Yeah, see, I can't get it through that side. Okay. I'm not even going to fool with that one. I'll fix it later. But let's try another one. I wish I could get the better ones, but the better ones, they actually cost a nice little chunk of money. These I got off of Amazon. They work just as fine. They're just a little bit more work. Come on, baby. Go in the hole. There we go. Whoops. Once I get this part done, it's so easy to throw these together, and it's so fast. Ay, 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 are you friggin' serious? There we go. Okay, other side, wire it through. Oh, you mother chugger. There we go. And it goes right through. Okay, I pull that loop down because I'm going to take one of these jump rings out of this box. If I could get the damn thing open. Are you flipping? Normally I wouldn't be having these flipping issues. Okay, get one of these heavier duty jump rings. You're going to take that jump ring right there on that wire that I just fed through that side. I'm holding on to those crimp tubes because they are a pain in the butt. But you're going to take that wire that's loose, feed it through those crimp tubes, which is easy. Okay. And you're going to pull them down snug right there. Am I froze? Okay. And then I'm going to take my little pliers and I'm going to bend them down. Okay, so this one is ready to take beads. Okay, so I haven't decided a layout yet on these. Okay, the group. Take one out of each bag. Now, that's another thing I'm going to do with these beads is I got so many of them. I bought 400. You take one for each member. I got more in than anything, which I don't understand because he's one of the more popular members. He's also the baby of the group. You take one for each member. I know I'm using black, red, and gray. I've got to dig out my gray crystal beads. And decide which one. I've got a few of one particular one that I think would look really nice. I never know what these are going to look like. Come on, y'all talk to me. I feel like I'm talking to myself. But, I normally never know what these are going to look like. Never, 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 never. I just get in there and I start putting them together. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, these are the last two of these. I also have the BTS beads too. I'm probably, a lot of these beads I'm going to bag and sell just the beads. Okay, so I know I'm using those. I know I am going to use some of these cat eye red beads. Let's see, let's take my this little beading tray. And I'll put my cat eye on that. I'm not sure how many I'm going to use. I'm just going to take out a couple of handfuls. I'm also contemplating on these. What do you think? Well, maybe the flowers. The flowers are pretty. Hold on, let me get the tray. Let me get the tray. I think I'm gonna use black letters on these particular ones. Okay, so I have these black crystal beads. There's some smaller ones I think I can use. I'm gonna keep those where I can get to them. I have these cracked glass black ones. I've got these red also. They're different sides of the cracked glass, the ones I just showed you in there. I wish she would chose some of these other pretty colors, but she didn't. She did say gray, so I'm almost contemplating these. They almost have like an iridescent sheen to them, which might work. So I'll keep these close by. These, most of these in this tray are teardrops. Everything from here, here, and here is all teardrops. These three, of course, these four are not. But everything else is teardrops. I'm not using teardrops. You know, it comes with a whole different layout, but there's more black cracked glass, and then there's more of the black crystal. And then these really pretty red that I like to use. So I'll keep those close by. Okay, here's the ones. Is this the ones I was thinking about? Yeah. These are the flowers. Or the no, these are not the tulips. These are just like little flower, crystal flowers. Are cute. There's even some clovers that is black, almost black in color, but when you look on the inside, they've got a purplish, no, almost a reddish pink in the center. I don't know if you can see those, but I just got to decide what I'm going to do. So, that being said, the other container is tulips. I've got beads everywhere. So, let's see. Black, for sure I can use these because they've got a sparkle to them. And this is what I've done most of the group members in, is these beads. So, the base of the chain, I'm going to start with, this will be the chain that I use for, see, and this particular end of this bead, I have to poke a hole because I guess when they put that outer coating on there, the glitter, it didn't go all the way through. Well, or it made a film. Now, with this chain, I am going to make sure these beads I have been collecting for years. Years, I tell you. I didn't collect anything serious until tax time this year, and then I found that Chinese market on TikTok. And you talk about a treasure trove. If you want yarn or anything like that, go to yarn TikTok and you will not be disappointed. And I can, in fact, if you want me to, I can find you some of the Chinese counterparts over there. They can get you anything you want, and it's like a fraction of what you pay here. Like the Red Heart skeins at Walmart, that's like anywhere from $5 to $10. You can get for like $1.50, $2 over there, and they can get you anything you want. I've not been able to get lately, of course, because of all the stuff, but I'm so happy. I mean, look, I was, my game plan at the time before all this happened was to buy in bulk. I've got bags and bags and bags of different colors of the plain beads that I was originally going to try to do my own bead mixes, but I can't do that. Not right now. Maybe eventually I can get there, but as of right now, it's just not feasible because of everything going on. I'd rather put gas in my tank and make sure the bills are paid first. You know, I'm going to put some more gas in the tank tomorrow, and I've got to get my paperwork for my accident insurance filed by Wednesday, because I think $3,500, I would freaking cry. Dude, I'd be homeless. I'd probably be living in the truck with all of these stinky guys, because our rent is $1,204, and that's for a small older house. I'm in right now, this room that I have my laundry room because the washing machine's broke. The only thing that works in here is the dryer. So I have literally went and got, here, hold on, let me show you. I hope I can get the set back up. Hold on, turn it around. Okay, see my little pegboard? I got that pegboard at Dollar Tree. I got me a little section set up over here too. I got me just a little table. Oh, hold on. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Hold on. Wait. Okay. I've got, these are all keychains in like different stuff. Most of this stuff right here in this tray is going to be, when somebody makes a purchase, they're going to get a little freebie or a little surprise in their thing. This is keychains. This is little fuzzy bunnies. There is a one of those things on TikTok where you go, you pick a favorite color, and you pay for like, I did 16 bags, and for every matching color set you get a free bag. And for every lucky color, whatever color you choose, you get another free bag. So I paid for 16. I ended up with 32 of these different colored rabbits. This is what I have left because I have sold a bunch of these. They're so freaking soft. These, same room, same show, I have bought, I did, my favorite color was pink. No, my favorite color was here. And, of course, I got a ton of them. I only did 8 bags, and I ended up with more than double. These are, I can't show those long because those are luxury beads, the LV beads that I got from that same woman I told you about. This is going to be my cat eye wall. I've got a whole bunch I haven't hung up. That's all my beadable pins. This is the furry ones. Again, I haven't got to do much of anything. These are beadable keychains. These are the crystal. Okay, I'm weird. I really like fuzzy. I don't know why I like fuzzy. Maybe I'm weird. These are all, they're fancy beads. All, it just depends, you know. These all can go on the beadable pins. They could go on keychains. They can go pretty much on anything you want to put them on. It just really depends on what you want to use them on. They're beautiful. Again, these are beads I'm going to sell. I'm going to put on the wall. That one goes over here. That is sold. It just depends, you know. This is something I made. That's another. Yeah, it just depends. That's what those are. These are all my freebies that they gave me themselves that I just haven't gone through. These are everything. This is a bunch of stuff that I've made. These right here are my beads that I work with. They're full. These are luxury, what I call luxury keychains. They're a little bougier. Hold on. I don't know which one this one is. Oh, okay. These are a little bougier with a little more expensive beads. That I've got a bunch of those made. That's why they're in the little velvet bag. Again, this is my beads I'm working with now. That's the BTS beads. This is all HK, Sanrio, Melody, Hello Kitty, Pocha, Pom Pom, you name it. That's what all of this is. These are all tulip beads you make the flowers and stuff with. Okay. My wall. This is the start of my wall. There's Jack and Sally. There is Venom. These are flowers with crosses. You know, these are the beadable pom-poms. There's Nike beads. You name it, that's what I have. It's not everything I have. I've just not been able to get it all set up because of my dadgum foot. I hurt. You name it, I got the supplies. I just got to, I've got to be able to get in here and throw some more together and put on the wall. I need some more of these panels, but I can't get any more right now. I need at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I need 22 more of these little black panels. Joey, bless his heart, he didn't get me, they didn't do anything for Mother's Day for me. Nobody, Joey was just in between paychecks for work, and he had just paid his rent. So they didn't do nothing for Mother's Day. And I told him what I wanted to do. He was going to go buy me a panel. Here, I'm going to put you back on the table. He was going to, oh, hold on, I got you turned around. Okay. He was going to buy me a panel from Lowe's and build me my own pegboard. So, oh, damn flies. And he called me and said, "Hey, Mom, come outside." I'm like, okay. So I go outside, and he says, "Can these work?" And he had the Dollar Tree panels. Oh, that's the wrong one. Just that quick, I lost the one I needed. I think it's this one. Yeah. And how am I going to do this? She's not got a prize. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. Excuse me, I had a brain fart. But, let me do a big black one. I'm like, yeah, we can use them, and we put them up, and they turned out better. He went and bought every one that they had on the shelf at one particular store. And my goal is to eventually be able to go to these other Dollar Trees and get more. Just the amount I need. He bought all the hooks that they had. I got a bag of those underneath the table. They're smart with these panels, though, because they sell the panel, and then they stick the brackets. This is a 4-pack of brackets that you literally stick to the wall. They sell those in whole separate packaging. Okay, so I'm gonna do another black bead. And then, but you know what? It's a lot easier than trying to DIY my own. Do I want to keep this black and just do a separate chain of the red? This might end up being just black and red. I'll do a separate chain of gray, black, and red. So that'll be 3 chains. I normally charge $5 per chain. I'll make 2 separate so she can choose. That way, you know, she don't want to pay the extra for the 3rd chain. I'm trying to, what did I do? Hold on. There we go. Anyway, yeah, I'm supposed to be adding all the members to this too, so I've already strayed off of what I need to be doing, because all the members should be on here. So let's do the members before I start adding all the extra stuff. Again, I never know what this is going to look like. I just kind of go off on my own, and I'm thinking that the beads are too big to do. I need a longer piece of wire if I'm going to do the beads, the bigger beads. So I need smaller beads, or I need good spacers. Where is my spacers? Ooh, let's see. Okay, what do y'all think? Black? No, these are silver. But see my ends. See, I can't use silver because my ends are gold. My jump ring and my other things are gold. There's also gunmetal, but I also have just these simple gold balls. I think that's what I'm fixing to do. Now I'm double and triple thinking my plan here. Oh my goodness, really? I also have rose gold. I'm going to completely stay away from that one. I don't even... Who is it over here? Where is my other... I have got... I don't know where they are. Is it here? This is upsetting. I thought I had everything set up the way I wanted it set up. And here I am looking for stuff. I know it's not in there. I know it's not there. I know it's not there. I know it's not there. And I don't know what I did with it. I really don't know what I did with it. Let's see. Let's look in my bag. These are cute. Okay, I think I'm going to try. Let me try the gold balls. She didn't say gold though. That's what I'm struggling with. If I work with it like metals, it's always silver. The gold, I don't know why. I have a thing, you know, when you use the gold rings and everything. The only reason I started using gold is because I only have the size I need in the gold crimp tubes. I have very little in the silver crimp tubes because I used them all, and I can't afford to buy any right now. Dobber, I do have WhatsApp. I haven't got it. I haven't got it set up yet. Um, Pop is. I'm hoping he's got his appetite back. Joey was gonna go see him after work. I've not got a chance to see. I'm talking to Joey to find out, um, how everything went on his trip, his visit to see Pop. As of yesterday, because me and Donovan went as soon as he got out of work yesterday. I think I'm gonna use these. And the doctor said that they sent him over there. They sent him over there because his blood work came back. His red platelets were like next to they were, you know, for a anemic person and anybody who's had anemia before or whatnot. Oh yeah, I like those better. And then one black one, and then I'll do the group. They his scores, he was a 4, and with anemic people you were supposed to be between 13 and 15, like red blood cell or red platelets, and he was a 4. So they quickly sent him over there. They were giving him blood yesterday, um and they're treating him. They're looking to see if he's got a UTI because they had to change out the UTI, the catheter on him. He was complaining about that, which, you know, his little old butt was raw because um they were giving him so much stool softener. He was constantly going to the bathroom, and Pop, being stubborn, because it hurt to clean him up, he'd sit there in that crap for hours before he would say anything. And then, of course, that's going to make his bottom even sorer. Oh, I like that. Okay. It's going to make his bottom even more sore. So, hard-headed. He's lost his appetite. He wasn't eating anything. He was, every time I come in, it was either my butt sore or my pecker sore. I'm like, Pop, you got to say something. You have to let them know what's going on. You have to. You cannot sit there with crap on your butt all day long. You're just going to make the problem worse. So, long story short, he, you know, that he ended up in the hospital. Immediately when he got to the hospital, I'm really pleased with this, by the way. Immediately when he got to the hospital, they saw something wrong with his feet. They started checking the back of his heels, which he had blood uh blisters formed, small ones about the size of a nickel. And he had they you know shower, they gave him a bath and everything. They saw that his bottom was sore. um they treated that. They've got somebody from urology called. They've got somebody from wound care to come look at his feet and his bottom. Um Oh, I like that. Okay. That's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. And then he's got, who's next? Let's do puppy. Why do I got two IN now? Anyway, um, and then, but they think he's got some kind of infection going on, and that's why his appetite was gone. The only way he would eat anything is if I came and forced, literally shoveled food in his mouth. He had no strength to do physical therapy. His bottom was so sore, he was telling him, I'm not doing physical therapy. Okay. So, we, I couldn't get him to understand, Pop, you got to have strength. You got to eat something. Even if you're forcing yourself, you need to eat something. And, so he would eat for me, but when I was not there, he wanted to drink milk and, uh, water, milk and water, milk and water. That's what he wanted. That's all he wanted. I'm hoping with them treating him, I'm going to go tomorrow whether my foot's all right or not. And then we'll go from there. But as of right now, that's all I know until I talk to Joey and find out how he was when Joey went. Ew. Okay, that looks better than I thought it would. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, hold on, I'm missing somebody. Who am I missing? Who am I missing? Hold on. Have I lost my mind? 1, 2, 3. There's a wee bit. There's Felix. There's Ian. There's Puppy. I've got him. I've got Walkie. Oh, I know who I'm missing. Oh, I feel so bad. I feel so guilty. Oh, I'm missing Han. I thought I laid him out, but I laid 2 INs out. Okay, let's go back. It's a little out of order. I was trying to do by age, but, it don't make a big difference. Okay, now I'm back on. But I'm going to go tomorrow regardless of how my foot's doing. I need to check on him. I worry. You can't call him because he can't hear on the phone, even with his hearing aid. I had to clean his hearing aids. Fudge sickles. I had to clean his hearing aids because they were stopped up. And he has a bad habit of talking to these doctors. Yeah, and answering them like he understands what they're saying when he can't hear them. He's done that. He's done that for I don't know how long. And I tell the doctors, look, y'all got to make sure he's hearing you because he will say yes and no, and he'll answer you like it ain't nothing, and he can't hear you. And they don't want to yell at him. They don't want to talk loud enough for him to hear him. So, but until I talk to Joey, I'm hoping everything's all right. They haven't called, so I know that he's no worse than he was yesterday. Because they would call. Should I do just a train? I'll do a train of red, another one. I'll do gray, black, and red on the second strand. That way she's getting the colors that she wants. Oh, why did I do that? Anyway, but he keeps showing everybody the little old bracelet I put on his arm. And he asked me to bring him some bracelets in. He wants to hand out. So I do have bracelets that's made that I was going to give out as freebies, when somebody purchased something too, that I'm just going to let him hand him out to his little nurses that he likes. And, it makes him feel good to give the stuff to people. He's got a few of y'all that he's been pestering me about I'm making stuff for. And I told him, Pop, just get addresses and then I'll make you whatever you want. That way we could send them off. And that was right before he went into the hospital. So I know he probably hasn't had a chance to ask any of you guys. But I think of it as free advertising. If y'all are walking around with my stuff, oh, where did you get it? Y'all can send them my way. But That's all that's going on with Pop. Hopefully, hopefully things will get back to normal. I want him to feel better so he can eat and build his strength up, and we can bring him home. My big fear is if he keeps refusing physical therapy. That's what he was doing because of his bottom and because of the catheter. That I'm gonna have to find some place for him, and that was the last thing I want to do because I even no, I just know I want him home. That's my thing. I want him home. You know, I complained about him complaining all the time, but that's part of my normal, if that makes sense. So I'd rather have that here at the house than him somewhere like this. Should I add one more ball? Let's see. Oh, okay, that's long enough. Dang. I think I'm gonna add one more ball anyway. But I like I said, he has encouraged me with this. I think he's amazed at what the stuff I'm doing, but I've been doing it for so long. He's just never really paid attention. Um, I wish he had. I wish I would have been considering doing something like this years ago. So I would have more opportunity to I would have been doing it. I would have been doing the business already instead of just trying to do it now. Because my confidence is not where it should be for this stuff. Everybody says, "Hey, hey, hey, it's beautiful. Do this, do that, the third," but I'm scared. I feel like a little old girl trying to do something for the first time, even though I've been doing it for a while. But with the business part of it, it's just, it's stressful. Because this is completely different than running one of Pop's businesses. We were talking about one business that he did um that was really successful, and he stopped doing it because he got bored. And we were talking about that. He said if you do it, make sure you like doing it. Make sure it's something you're going to want to do. Um, because don't do like I did on this particular time. I think that particular time he was making photo props. He originally wanted to do photography. He ended up making photo props, and we would help. Pop did most of the work. We would help, cut the letters and that type of stuff. But he got bored, so he stopped doing it. He stopped doing it. He sure did, because he got bored. And that job, that business of Pop's was making a lot of money. Let me tell you. Okay, you pull that tight like that, and it pulls all of that close in, and then you crimp it. And then I go in there with my little cutters, and I cut that off as close as I can to where I crimped it. One time I was doing this, and I cut the whole damn chain. I had to remake it. I was so upset. There we go. That little titty that's hanging out there, you just take your thumb and you mash it into that hole, and there you go. There is going to be the main part of the chain. Now, I need a ring for that, and then I'm going to make probably 2 smaller chains because she does not have a bias. It's going to connect to this. It's going to be straight crystals, I think. Crystals and glass beads. crystals, glass beads, and the silver spacers is what it's going to be. Okay, you take your little O-ring here and then put it on there. Oops. Okay, there's the finished one. Now I'm going to take my little cords and I'm going to make those two things that will go on this with this. Do I want to find the gray beads? Let me find the gray beads real quick. It is not in there. Oh, I know what I forgot. It's not only going to be, I've got to put the group name on there. That's exactly what I forgot. Oh, look, here's, these are bead frames. I think I'm going to use some of these. I can use some of these. Ooh, yes. Okay, look, these are all nurse beads. I forgot I had those. These are all nurse beads. I got nurse focals too. Oh! You know what? I just figured out some more pins I'm going to make. Use some of those. Let's see. Those are the big black ones. I'm not going to use you. Oh. Okay. Question, what do y'all think about these gray beads right here? Do you think they're just too flat for what I'm trying to do? I think that, yeah, they need to have more of a shine, I think. Those are moonstone. That's why they got those sheens to them. Some of them do, not all of them. I think I just need some gray. Okay, so I've got bigger gray beads. I also have a few of these. They're like the gray disco balls, but I don't know how I like that with... Let me just pull these out. I'll use these. I use a combination of the red and the black and the gray. And I will use black letters for the name, because I've already got those. I've got the white ones separated too, but I'll use, let me pull those out. Let's see. These are hearts. That's why I'm going to use these. They're cute. S T R. Where's my R's? R. Y. Where's my Y? What? Huh? Oh man, really? I forgot I ran out of cells and I don't have another. I need a Y. There we go. I don't have another. I need another one of these with the smaller compartments just so I can get everything separated. That's why I stopped separating these. So S-T-R-A-Y-K-I-D-S. Okay. Right there. Okay. Wait. Oh, another thing about this room is it's hot. Alright, let me go through the processes again. I've got to get a couple of these. Come on. Okay, got those. And now I need the So I'm not going to do 2 more. I'm just going to do 1 more, and it's going to be mostly the crystals. That way, this room is hot as get out. I need a good fan in here that won't make a lot of noise. Do they make them like that? Everybody's leaving. It's all right. I know this is boring, but that's what's going on with Pop. If y'all want to dip, feel free. I feel like I'm boring everybody, so I will just jump off live, and when I have another update of Pop, I sure will get on and let y'all know. I'll do a live tomorrow if I can get signal in that hospital room, and see if he's feeling any better. Hopefully he is, because I just want him to eat and do what he's got to do to come home. I wish I want to make him some food and take in, but they're pretty strict on what he's eating right now, and I don't want him to get used to all of that crap that he likes. I want to get him some liver and onions. But my liver and onions never they never turn out well. He ends up nitpicking on them, so I don't like cooking them, because he don't. There's certain things about mine he don't like. He will eat them, but he complains. The liver and onions at this restaurant across the street, though, he does like. They do it just like he likes, or at least that's what he's told me. Ooh, I wonder if will them beads fit in there? Oh, they will. Ooh, okay. So I'm gonna do this. Take the bead frame, you stick your wire through it. Not all the way, because you want to stick that bead in that wire before you put it through the other side. Then you can go in there and stick it through the other side yourself. Come on. There we go. And there it is. Got to make sure. Yep, I like that. And do a gray bead after that, because the gray bead will not fit in that bead frame. Okay, and then will the red bead fit in the bead frame? Oh, it will. Oh my goodness. I'm fixing to do a bunch of bead frames. Yes, I am. Should I? Now let me do a spacer and put a red bead in there. Let's see how this looks. Let's see how this looks. But, ooh, that's pretty. Maybe I'll only put the bead frames. No, I'm going to do a red bead frame too, but let's do another silver. I don't know if I like that though. Look at that. That red bead, I don't like the rainbow sheen that's on it. What about the, where's that bag? What did I do with the bag? Y'all saw, I had that bag. I had that bag of red beads, and I have no idea where I put it. I've got all of these beads laying all around, but I don't know where I put that bead. Ooh. Ooh. I'd lose my head if it wasn't attached to my shoulders. I sure would. Oh. I think I found one. I think I found one I like better. Those. It's like a solid red cracked glass. I think that's better. Let's look. It's smaller though. I'm not liking that gray bead. I think that's what it is. That gray bead does not fit. That's what that is. So, let's do the roof. Let's do the red bead. I wonder if I should do a bigger bead though. I don't know though. That kind of works. I wonder if I've got enough of these bead frames. I don't think I have enough of these bead frames. I think that's what it is. Ooh. How did that, how? Okay, that's better. That's a lot better. Okay, so I know what I'm doing now. Um, okay, I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do one more bead frame, and then I'm going to, uh, and I've lost my black beads already. No, I haven't. Do the name. Everybody's even. Okay, look, I will let y'all go.